Hello, good evening, everyone. We're here with a special Tuesday night tussle with Worldwide Wrestling. Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Yeah,
We're ready.
All right. So what we're going to do is this is our first session. We're going to be learning how this works. What we're going to do is we need to finish up character creation. Character creation is rather simple. It's powered by the Apocalypse system here. And we're going to generate heat. We have to generate something that's known as heat in this game, and that determines a little bit of backstory, history between characters, and also has a mechanic in the game. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's start. Do we have any volunteers who want to start first, introduce their character, and ask the first heat questions?
I absolutely expect that I would go first.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Who are you? Who are you playing? Who are you, and what's your gimmick?
I'm going to be playing Senator Graves. I'm the man too big to fail. I'm called a monster, you might say. I hail from Savannah, Georgia. I'm a gentleman of prodigious size, and those who know my work understand that I have a nature to shoot, kill, as it were, under the skills.
Very good. What does Senator Graves look like? Can you describe Senator Graves first? Like maybe his ring attire and outside of the ring. What does he wear?
Well, now, outside of the ring, he is a very sentimental gentleman from Georgia. He wears an appropriate suit and tie, and just every bit of a hard-edged gentleman. Coming down to the ring, of course, he has the patriotic tights that would be red, white, and blue. However, the blue is turned quite a bit darker, close to black, because there are those who say he is a heel. Of course, he is a hero in his own mind.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Get out of here. Get out of here,
just a
Senator Graves.
government
bastard of a man.
stooge.
All right.
I'm sorry, I hear field mice chirping at me.
Hear that, people?
All
He
right.
calls his constituents field mice.
When's the last time you registered to vote, please?
In your broken system, why would I vote?
Why would I? There's your answer. That's what's wrong with America.
All right. So Senator Graves, let's go down your kick sheet. So the stats are determined for you. Are you good with your stats and how they work? Did you fill all that in?
Yes.
What are your wants? What does Senator Graves want? You have a list of wants here. Championship title, join a group, revenge, domination, adulation of the crowd. What do you want?
Well, now on the surface, he will say it's the adulation of the crowd, but deep down, we all know he really wants domination.
Domination. Okay. Very good. Very good. And you picked your two moves?
Yes. I have prodigious size,
So you're
which
enormous.
brings me up to a body of 3. I'm just a beast of an individual.
Are you muscle or mass?
He's a very muscly man. It is almost ridiculous. He's clearly juiced, but that's kind of one of those things nobody really talks about.
Okay. Very good. And what was the other move you took?
I took shoot kill, which basically allows me to use my body in place of other stats when I can use my size and power to my benefit. Largely, it helps me to work stiff, or sometimes in political situations. He is a man that knows how to both play the part in the ring, but can actually put some legitimate hurt on his opponent.
Right. So those at home who are following along, you can work stiff, or working stiff in wrestling is where you actually hit them. You actually hurt someone, or like you don't hold back and maybe pad your punches. So Senator Graves here can hurt his opponent if he chooses
Yeah.
to.
Whenever
Your regular hardcore Holly. What was his name? Sparky Plug. Your regular Sparky
Oh,
Plug.
Lord.
JBL work stiff.
The
Okay,
British Bulldogs were well known for being
Yeah.
stiff.
that's true.
For
Especially
sure.
with jobbers. They were massive.
Dynamite Kid, wreck jobbers. Sorry. I enjoy talking this. All right, let's do your heat questions,
Okay.
Senator Graves. Okay, so let's go through them. So the way heat questions work is you ask them in a group. Anybody can answer these, and you just talk it out. Like there's no like hard fast rules to how you come up with the answer or how you figure this out. The only rule is you can only have a maximum of 4 heat with any given player. You can't have any more than 4. So what's your first heat question, Senator Graves?
Well, this is a very important question, and I hope Jeff will answer honestly. But who is legitimately terrified of me?
Not Blue Rose.
I'm not afraid of you.
And,
Power in the system is temporary. Everything falls.
and there doesn't have to be an answer to it. So like if nobody like said like nobody agrees that they're terrified of him, that's fine. We just move on to the next one.
I would say, if I can suggest something,
Yeah.
you add like a sort of Goldberg build-up where if there's a slew of jobbers that he destroyed, so the jobbers are scared of him.
So
and it's like this is gonna be like the first proper match.
So we need an NFW jobber that we need to add to the lore here.
Oh, nice.
Come back. Okay, I'm putting down
Just
jobber.
the common man, because that's what senators are used to just squashing.
Maybe Credence Redding, the 200 proof honky.
Since you're a monster, usually that's how they're built up, you know.
It's true. Just destroying jobbers.
That's
Poor Barry.
exactly
Horowitz.
what Senator Graves would do, is destroy jobbers.
You're not wrong.
I'm a good person.
It's too bad we don't have a jobber in this session. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's your next question then?
The next question is going to be, who's made me look weak?
We know who that is.
Fantastic Fanny has been known to make me cry on occasion.
How did you make Senator Graves look weak?
How did I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I cut down that giant redwood and he fell over like the tall, fat tree he is.
Well, that's entirely uncalled for. Have you seen my BMI? I'm not at all fat. That's very rude of you. Don't talk about my weight. I've worked very hard to manage that.
Oh, did I touch a nerve, Senator?
I'll touch you.
Oh, right. So
that's a bit inappropriate, Senator. I think we crossed the line.
+1 heat with Punkmaster Pex for you, Senator Graves.
Okay.
All right, next question.
All right, next up we have, who helps me come up with new directions for my character? I have a suggestion, but yes, I do believe the fantastic Miss Fanny there is just, she's clearly the brain trust here.
I mean, you're my 4th charge this year, but you're the best.
You're too kind, Miss Fanny. I adore you.
And who can stand up to me in the ring? Is your last question.
Who else? But that which brings the system down. The anti-system. The punk master. The apex predator. If anyone's gonna bring down the government, it's anarchy incarnate.
So, me, I think.
So another...
Unless Blue Rose wants it.
All right, so we got +1 heat with... +2 heat with you and +1 heat with Fabulous
Unless
Fanny.
Blue Rose wants it. Blue Rose wants it, you should take it, because I already have one.
Go for it.
If we're opposing, is Punkmaster a face?
Yes.
I think-
Punkmaster is a face, and so is Blue Rose.
So I think if we're opposing roles, we automatically start with +1 heat because we're...
You do.
Right.
That
So
is
I'd
correct.
have +1 each with Punk and Rose, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Nice.
If you are a heel. All right. So Senator Graves, I think that is it for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is great.
All right. Who wants to volunteer next?
Hiding behind Senator Graves comes out Fantastic Fanny.
Fantastic Fanny.
Yes.
She's the one who's managing pretty much every single heel. As soon as they turn heel, she's assigned to them. And she's just been her crazy ass look is coming from keeping bits and pieces of every gimmick. So she's got the mask from one and the paint job from another and the fan when she was doing a foreign Japanese heel 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
All right. Awesome.
Of course, this is an American promotion, so Fantastic Fanny cannot be American. She's dastardly Canadian.
Yes. I was going to ask, where are you from? Yes. Canada. Whereabouts in Canada is a Fabulous Fanny from?
Montreal, of course.
Of
Like
course.
the best wrestling city in all of Canada.
I think those in Calgary, Alberta would disagree.
Can we compromise on Winnipeg?
Okay. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that Tyler's just like, yep. Well,
Oh,
in the
that's
middle,
good.
literally, and agree on Winnipeg. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's go through your character. What is Fabulous Fanny's wants?
Domination.
Yes.
She's
Domination.
just transferring it to every
Two of
charge.
you. This is all right. I'm just ×2 domination. I'm making notes here as we go through. What? So you only got to pick one move. Which move did you select?
Loyal.
Okay.
Which I'll read it out. When
Yes.
you take action in your client's best interest, roll plus look. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7-9, pick 1. So one of those. Overturn a decision made against your client. Gain +1 heat with your client. Add a stipulation to your client's upcoming match. On a botch, your attempt backfires. Lose -1 heat with your as creative books them against your will in order to punish them from your meddling.
Very nice. That's cool.
That's cool. I like that.
I really liked it, and I mean, I put everything in look. My stats are body -1, look +3, real 0, work -2.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's move on to your heat questions, Fanny.
Right. Who do I manage accompany to the ring? Of course, the G-Man.
Mr.
Yes.
Graves.
G-Man is gonna F you up.
So +1 heat with Senator Graves.
Yes, we got 2.
All right. Next heat question.
Who is trying to undermine me with my client?
Blue Rose could.
Blue Rose.
Were
All
you
right.
one of my previous charges before you turned face?
Oh, that'd be great.
I think so.
Oh, that's
Yes.
brilliant.
Blue Rose, former heel. I love
I
it.
like
All right.
it.
So +1 heat with Blue Rose.
I love it.
Next question. This is a good one.
Who turned on me when I was their manager? Did you turn face by turning on me, Rose?
I think
Ooh.
so.
Another heat with Rose.
Yeah.
It's with Rose now.
So yeah,
That's
you're at 3,
brilliant.
right? Because you get the free one just for being a heel.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
And finally, who knows I have their best interests at heart?
I have unending faith in you, Miss Fanny.
So another heat with Senator Graves.
That's amazing.
I agree.
That's
Beowulf.
it.
We do need character art for this badly. Wait till we're just getting started. We're just getting
Yeah.
started here. Where's my sound effects? I need my soundboard. All right. Okay. Next up, who wants to go next? Blue Rose or Punkmaster Pex? Or is that your name, Punkmaster Pex?
What's in a name?
Who
It's just a way for them to control you.
Who wants to go next?
I did just make some beautiful art. I can go next.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so which gimmick are you playing?
As in, I'm the anti-hero? Yes,
You're the
I'm the
anti-hero?
anti-hero. Yes.
All right. Blue Rose, tell us about your anti-hero. Where do you hail from?
They hail from Newfoundland, of course.
Oh, yes. Oh, GCWF
Wait-
is loaded
wait a
with
second.
Canadians.
Did you become suddenly American when you turned face?
Yes.
Now
Oh,
you're from Memphis, Tennessee.
Formerly of Newfoundland, from Memphis, Tennessee.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right. And what are your wants, Blue Rose? Or want?
Take down the boss.
Ooh. Hey, that's me!
Yeah.
The management, Matt Jowett. You want to take me down?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Fanny is totally part of the authority or whatever
I
we're
like
calling
this.
it.
I like this Blue Rose.
Get out of here, Blue Rose.
No. You can't silence us.
All right. Take it easy. Too much fun with these sounds. All right, what two moves did you take?
I'm taking the Twitch the curtain. When you air your legit grievances on camera, you roll with real. And I am also going to take rules. What rules?
You're gonna break kayfabe out here, huh? All right. What is this rule? When you break the rules in a match, it's to your advantage. Look at you. You're like straight up Stone Cold Steve Austin, huh?
Yes. Just minus the drinking.
You are Steve Austin. Okay. So let's go to your heat questions then. So what's your first heat question?
Where do I find those?
Right underneath stats. So it says
I see it.
Heat questions.
Who did I kick the shit out of to prove how tough I am?
All right. Who did Blue Rose kick the shit out of? To prove how tough they are.
Yeah, that's why when I broke free, that's how I did it. I was just like, we were probably in like a team, like a match.
I would see it kind of like you were telling me, no, I've got this, and I still interfered in your match. And you're like, if that's gonna be it, I'm gonna pin you, Fanny.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh,
I love it.
+1 heat with fabulous Fanny. Wow. Okay. What's your next?
Put you guys at 4.
Is that a maximum there? Are you at 4 apiece?
4.
Yeah.
Awesome. So much heat.
My next one is, with whom did I have a reluctant alliance against a mutual enemy?
I feel like that sounds like
the Punk Master.
I think that's correct. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
And who do you was clearly Senator Graves.
I feel like that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep it in the
+1
family.
heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And who have I called out as a slave to management?
What?
Clearly Senator Graves.
Now we don't use that word anymore. That's entirely inappropriate.
What do you call the people that you get to break their backs doing your labor?
Involuntary laborers.
You're awful.
I'm a good person.
You're such a good person.
Oh.
All right.
And my last one. This is a good one. This is a great one.
Yep.
Who wishes they were as cool as me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never admit it.
Never admit it, ever. Never, ever.
But he wants to be loved.
Senator
Yeah.
Graves. Are you
But
a
in
4
my
heat
own
now
mind,
also?
I am a hero. Senator Graves is just drinking his own Kool-Aid.
He's the misunderstood hero of the masses.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
True.
culling the herd helps the masses, right?
I'm merely peeling away the cancer that has dragged this country down.
Oh God.
You hear that, people? He's calling you cancer.
No, I'm calling
There's
you
only one
cancer.
cancer here. And it's that big giant oak in the middle of the ring.
Bunk. Punk, I hope you took your vitamins and said your prayers because the G-Man is gonna F you up.
Vitamins are just another way of the government getting into your head. And I don't want any of that in this here body.
There's nothing between those ears anyways, Miss Fanny. You're wasting your breath on him.
That's what happens when you underfund public education for decades upon decades.
I'm so happy.
All right. All right. So last but not least, we got Punk Master Pex, right? Does I have the name correct?
Yeah, my character's so stupid.
Which gimmick are you?
I am
Our characters are
I love
not
it.
stupid. Maybe
I love
Rose.
my character. Yeah.
Rose wins that.
He's a hardcore.
Hardcore is your gimmick.
Yeah. So I'm not the best to the ring or the best looking, but I know how to get a pop through naked aggression and rampant bloodshed. Some of the business look down on you, but you're a legend in the making for your diehard fans. And how long can that fact be ignored? That's the little intro for it.
Nice.
Yeah. Where do you hail from?
Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And I'm gonna lay
You're
a
phony.
big, fat helping of truth on that little son of a bitch right there.
I know.
Sorry, the
that-
voice
I-
goes. I lose my air.
I know, Jeff, you don't know your wrestling really well, but that's
No.
Cactus Jack. That's
Cactus
Mick
Jack.
Foley.
Baby!
Yeah. That's perfect.
I actually do. I do like Big Foley, so it works.
Yeah,
It's-
so basically,
perfect.
when he's doing the Cactus Jack persona, he's from Truth Consequences, New Mexico.
I do like Cactus
perfect.
Jack. So.
nice.
Partial to Cactus Jack. All right. What is your?
I was
want?
gonna put elsewhere, and I was gonna write
Cities are just a way for the government to track you.
but I felt like that was pushing too far.
That's the problem with you
Uh,
youth. You never push too far. You always stop.
Well, maybe if you made a system that was actually receptive to competition amongst young people, maybe if we actually had a chance, we'd keep pushing.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna waffle between like serious and just like idiotic stuff. Like vitamins are there to control your brain, so that's
Eat
That's
your
amazing.
vitamins, kids. What is your want there, Punk Master Pex?
I want to raise the bar for violence.
Okay.
I want to outdo the violence that's inherent in the system.
Okay. Sorry, I'm making note of this.
it's okay.
What are you? What are you? Hardcore. Okay. All right. What did you choose for your one? You only get one move as well. What did you choose?
I only
for
get
your-
one. So I took there are some really good options here, but I took
Master of Hardcore.
so I know how to bleed right. And when I'm in a hardcore match, which one of my other moves allows me to try to put us into a hardcore match as a stipulation move. And I would take an injury, I can roll body and give me and possibly my opponent extra momentum.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be a great match.
It sounds like fun.
Okay, let's do your heat questions.
Okay. So who is jealous of my devoted fan base?
I'll take that.
Okay.
Blue
Okay.
Rose. All
All
right, one heat
Oh, there-
with Blue Rose.
Don't worry, Jeremy. There's some ones you're definitely gonna
Okay.
want.
Yeah, like the next one.
Yeah.
I just like
next
the
one.
idea of being petty and jealous.
He's just so cool. Yet so dumb. How does he have all the
He's not very
commands?
smart. I should note, by the way, that like he's just dressed in like punk gear. He's got this like cut off like corduroy skater
Oh,
shorts and
no.
stuff. He's got like cut off like shirt that looks to be like something from Goodwill or whatever, or like army surplus. And he's got like black and red like tangled hair, and he's got like scars on his forehead because every time before he actually gets into the ring and fights, he just carves an A, the anarchy symbol,
Oh,
right into his
goodness.
forehead before he goes.
So
On top of the
cool.
blading.
That's so dumb.
On top of the hard way.
On your own
That's-
forehead?
My own forehead.
Oh. Your forehead.
I'm intense.
It's just like ground beef.
It not.
It's just it looks terrible.
It's like
That's
Abdullah
great.
the Butcher.
Yeah, Beulah, exactly. Oh, gross.
Okay.
All right. You sneeze on it and
Next
just
question.
like reopens and starts bleeding.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Okay. Who is willing to make me bleed? Can I put myself for that?
Plus one, even
I'm
yourself.
sure you are, but I would say it is my pleasure and duty to do so. I intend to make you bleed as harshly and frequently as possible.
You say that to all your constituents.
G-Man, we might need to reevaluate. I think he likes it.
I might.
Well, that's a very strange way to live your life. That's just, and think about the health care that you aren't paying for and that the others are having to pay for. Why, you are an abomination.
I was born in the country that you run, which means I was born into pain.
Now, we've had some talks about taking away the rights. You shouldn't get rights just because you were born here. You don't contribute anything. Maybe you shouldn't be getting health care.
You picked a proper gimmick. You are a monster.
Okay. Next
So
question.
the next question is, who has returned from an injury I gave them?
This could be fitting for any of the above.
Yeah, I'm at 4 with you, so I can't take another.
Already?
Yeah.
I would say something like, you didn't mean to, but I was about to interfere and I hit the blow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I care.
A blow
I like,
meant for Graves.
like for real, I thought that like you did it on purpose, but you didn't mean to.
Yeah. When you looked in my eyes, it was just
Nothing but rage and emptiness and sadness.
so maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. Okay.
Like I thought that my play, like I thought that just going in front of my charge would make you stop, but it didn't.
Now when
Can't-
we're in the ring,
Can't stop Punk Master Packs.
Got one heat with you.
He doesn't even
anarchy is
understand
a
the
movement that's beyond the Punk Master.
Either your mother never taught you don't hit a lady. Just what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? My mother had to work 3 jobs because you couldn't provide a system that allowed her to get welfare to properly feed us. That's what's wrong with me.
Now, I can't be held accountable for the fact that your mother couldn't manage her time or apply her skills or find skills that would allow her to give you a better life. I'm frankly surprised she didn't just abandon you in a dumpster somewhere.
Well, she did, but not until I was 14. And it's just like you, Senator. Abdicate the very responsibility you claim to have.
Bunk, stop eating government cheese. It's not doing anything for your brain.
I don't eat the cheese, I just eat the wrapper. More protein.
Baby bells.
I used to have a friend who would like put that wax in their teeth and they thought it was cool. And it was like, that's just gross.
No.
They're like, I'm Jaws from James Bond. Like, no, you're a weirdo. Okay.
Oh,
Your
you're
last
making me
question.
cry, and now my hand is covered in glitter.
Oh god. The last question is, who can take everything I can dish out?
Heck yeah. Blue
Blue
Rose.
Rose.
For
Okay.
sure.
All right. Are you at 4 heat with Blue Rose?
So-
We're at 3, I think.
Yeah, like so with heat, are we generating heat when we're on each other's answers or just our own? Because I read it as just our own.
Just
when
your
we write
own.
down people.
When you
Yeah,
ask questions just on your own, you're generating
Oh.
heat.
that's what I thought.
Misunderstood.
I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Because I was wondering when Jeremy said you were at 4 with me. I don't think you should be at 4 with me. I think you should only be at like what? Or did I pick 3 with you?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
on your
we've done
questions.
3.
And then
Okay.
he gets
All right,
plus
then, yeah.
1 for being a heel and you're a baby face.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm at 3 then. No, I'm at 2 with Blue Rose and 2 with Grace and 2 with Fanny. Because Fanny, are you a heel?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Nobody yet. Nobody's gotten the SmackDown yet. We're doing heat. It's all good. First time viewer, thanks for joining us. Okay, so we've generated heat for our various characters. What I want to do now is just, because it's our first session, it's a learning session, before we get into actually playing, I just want to kind of go over the moves and how everything works. So you're always going to roll 2d6 for every test, and then whatever move you choose will typically tell you to add like look or body or heat or audience or something else to it, and you would add that onto your score. And then all of the moves list the outcome there based off of what you roll, like what you're going to pull off and what you're hoping to do. But you can fail, you can botch these as well. So I just want to go over all the basic moves, kind of discuss them, talk about them. The basic moves are available to everybody at any time, but just because they're available at any time doesn't mean that they're appropriate. So like if you're in the middle of a match, for instance, you're not going to use the run-in basic move. That'll be, someone who's not currently in the match would typically run in and interfere with the match. The first move is cheap heat. So you can insult or praise the audience or their hometown. You gain +1 momentum. You can do that once per session. So anybody can do that at any time, once per session, just to gain an immediate momentum. Momentum, what's it used for? You can cash in momentum to add +1 to the roll you just made. So if you rolled an 8, you can spend 1 momentum to make it a 9, spend 2 to make it a 10. There's no limit on how much momentum you can spend on any given roll. So momentum's good. Like if you really want to make a move or do something and pull something off, momentum's your way of doing that. And there are ways of gaining momentum. Usually when you botch, you gain momentum. It's kind of like learning from your mistakes is how they describe it in the book. So there is ways to gain more momentum. You have starting momentum as well based off your audience score. And we'll go over that in a minute here. Cut a promo, take the mic and speak your mind. That one's pretty obvious. You could probably do that in the middle of if you're in a match. I don't know. You can just grab a mic and start cutting a promo, or you can do it beforehand or during or afterwards. Break kayfabe. So kayfabe is the whole act that everything is real. So you're a heel. You're Senator Graves in and out of the ring. That's kayfabe. If anybody sees you in public, if somebody says wrestling is fake, you knock them out. That's kayfabe.
Punch them in the face. How dare you insult this great establishment? You
live your act, your gimmick in and out of the ring at all times. Kayfabe doesn't really exist these days, unfortunately, anymore. With wrestling, it's kind of disappeared. There are a few wrestlers I'd say that still do kayfabe, like maybe MJF.
That darn social media.
He's
even Undertaker's dropped it, so
yeah. His cameos are pretty funny. But yeah, MJF I'd say is a good example of maybe someone who still keeps up kayfabe.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's probably like the only one of his generation that's doing like kayfabe of old school.
Yeah,
but with like a postmodern twist to it.
He's always a heel. If you watch him, follow him on social media or anything, he's a dick. Over. We don't have anybody who's over. It's when you're in the top spot. So if you have the belt or you're in the top spot in the company. I didn't start anybody at that point for this kind of like first learning session, so we'll just skip over that. Run in, we already talked about. If you're not involved in a match, you can run in and try to turn the tide of the fight. Athletic feat, when you demonstrate your extraordinary strength or athletic ability. Again, this could be in or out of the ring. This could be during cutting a promo. This could be really any time. Typically, it will be in the ring, though, when you would use that. Work the audience. When you pump up, lambaste, or otherwise work to get the crowd cheering or jeering for you. That's usually in the ring. Play politics. So here's one between matches.
I just have a question. What's the name of the previous one you said?
Work the audience.
Okay, is it like in a match, kind of like, say for instance, like the people's elbow sort of shit?
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Or Hulk Hogan doing his little
hulking
little
up
thing. Yeah, hulking up. Yeah, that's right. Hulking up, or Ultimate Warrior grabbing the ropes and going crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Tatanka doing his little thing around the ring. It's work in the audience. Or if you're a heel, like insulting them. Play politics. So
or working real slow just to piss them off.
Yeah, lots of submission moves and just slowly dragging it out.
Like cutting them off whenever they're about to do a high spot. That's a heel pumping up the crowd. Yeah.
Yes. Play politics when the cameras are off and want to resolve a disagreement in your favor. You roll for that. Or if you're arguing with another wrestler, you can make a move. You can also maybe like make a deal with someone like, hey, I really don't like a center of graves. What about you and me? We team up, or we take them on. You run in and you help me in the next match, like politicking behind the scenes. You can do between matches, which is really cool. This is like 100% wrestling. So those are all available to you. That was in the handouts that I shared with you. They're also in the game here. If you click on in the top right hand corner, the journal entries, I have all of these in there as well for reference. You can open these up. You can pop them out in a separate window if you want. You can minimize them, but it's in the game as well, so you can have them handy to look at. And so these are moves that are available to everybody at any time when they make sense. We have some specialist moves.
Mhm.
So when people are announcing, there's a special announcer move that you get that I'm not seeing. Bear with me. To put somebody over at any time. It's in the in-ring move. So during a match, the announcer has this move. So I don't get it. As promoter, I don't get this. Only players get this, and it's called put over. So after a wrestler in a match rolls the dice for a move, recap what they just did in the most glowing light, including covering up or explaining away an error or botch. Bump that die roll to the next result level. From a botch, which is a 6, you'd bump it up to a 7 or 9. From a 7 or 9, you'd bump it up to a 10. So you instead of just going up like 1 point, you bump it up to the next category for them. So an announcer can use this move on each wrestler once per match. So this can be used multiple times, but only on one wrestler per match. So whoever's at the announcing booth with me gets this move.
Boy, I'm probably gonna note it down. What's the name of that action?
It's called put over.
Oh, put over. Okay, yes.
And in the handouts, which one do I
Page
have?
5.
And it's on a botch, you can use it, right?
Yes. Actually, it says anytime they roll the dice.
Oh, that you want to bump it up.
Yeah.
Like from like a success to a critical.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Anytime.
So you could avoid a fumble, or you could even get a critical.
I have special moves that I can use as the promoter. They won't come up too much. There are also special babyface and heel moves that we'll go over. So, as a babyface, when you stand up for something you believe in, you can spend 2 momentum, and you can choose from a list of options here. Gain +1 heat with your opponent, leave your opponent speechless, make creative book you in a match. That's me. Expose villainous behavior to book a cheater to lose a match. So those are all moves available to Blue Rose and Punkmaster Pex, but that you have to spend momentum to use those. As heels, the roll moves you have are when you do something underhanded, you get what you want. Spend 2 momentum and pick one. Gain +1 heat. Leave someone helplessly laying on the floor. Postpone one of your matches. Cheat in order to book yourself to win a match. So that's if I say, hey, Blue Rose and Center Graves, you're fighting. Blue Rose, you're winning this match. You can spend the momentum, boom, do a swerve, and say, no, I'm winning this match.
Nice.
And then I play backstage. Oh, you're fired. You defy me again. You're done.
And
my best Vince McMahon voice.
If we get our heat, like 4 is our normal max. If we get our heat over 4, that's when we start getting into like boosting our audience or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm not introducing that just this first session. That's like with the living promotions and things like that. And I was just going like the service level rules with this one, and then we'll get like into it deeper if we do more down the road.
Awesome.
So those are the moves available to you. The thing that we haven't covered really are the in-ring moves. So when you're wrestling, the way they describe this, I put examples of this in the journals page as well. They have diagrams that show move sequence examples. The way they describe it is, think of it as a 3-move sequence. Like you do a setup, you kind of get them into a lock or something to move it forward. Then you spring off that into the next thing, and then you go into your big spot, right? So you're always describing it as a 3-step process. Grab them, Irish whip, into the ropes, give them a clothesline, pick them up, throw them into the turnbuckles, and maybe you're going to run over and kick a face. Whatever that looks like. So you describe it in a 3 sequence manner, and then you'd roll for your move to see if you pull it off. And that's in there. Wrestling is what it's listed as. Narrate a sequence of maneuvers and moments that lead to a showcase. And then depending on what you're showcasing, it tells you to roll plus body or work or heat, depending on what you're trying to do. There's different options there, and that's the one called wrestling. But if your opponent wants to stop you, they can spend a momentum in the middle of your sequence or before you pull off that big spot, and you can interrupt and then take over, disrupt it, boom, and then you now have control of the match, and you get to wrestle and play out your little sequence. So you could spend momentum to break up a sequence or take over control of the match. You can also willingly give over control to the other player. So like you want to put on a good show, you want to put on a good match, you could be beating the shit out of them, and then you just like, okay, it's called the comeback. You voluntarily hand over narration to your opponent. So then you give it to them, and then maybe they do the big comeback. They start beating you up, and you can do that at any time. When you do it, you gain momentum for handing over the lead in a sequence. But you can also interrupt at any time by spending momentum and breaking it up. That's really all we have available to us. The other thing is working real stiff. When you want to actually hurt your opponent, you roll and add real to it, and you can injure them. Injuries are the way to permanently disable a character. They're done. They can't wrestle anymore. Once you've gained 4 injuries, they're done. You retire them. So you can also gain audience. But yeah, those are the moves. Do we have questions around that? They're all in here. There's examples of everything, the sequences.
I have one question.
Yes.
Sorry. So I have a move, tables and ladders and chairs, oh my.
Yes.
And I spend 1 momentum to add the hardcore stipulation move to any match. So
okay.
So other than like the hard, like there's that common match stipulation moves for hardcore. Is that the only thing that's sort of triggered when I do that? Is just that hardcore, that extra move?
No, did it say it triggered the stipulation move?
Yeah, so if I spend 1 momentum to add the hardcore stipulation move to any match, I have to be booked in it. Never mind. No disqualification, no countouts, and weapons allowed. What? No weapons.
So it has to be a hardcore match.
No, it says and weapons. Weapons are allowed, I think is what it says.
Well,
yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, please use that.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
By the way, Pat's been buying us a boatload of rerolls.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pat's buying all the rerolls.
Yep.
Evan's not here, so somebody's gonna get all of Evan's rerolls.
Now, naturally, appropriation handles itself as you would expect.
It should go to the people.
Yes, it should go to the people that manage the people, because clearly you didn't have a mother that was there to care for you or give you an education to understand how to apply these things. So we will gladly take upon that burden as it is too heavy for your mind.
Or
Not only
Pat,
do you not give us the resources we need,
Pat,
but you
tell
take
us
the
in
few
chat.
resources that are given to us.
How does the specialist moves work? I see that if it's there, like seems like you have to have a set amount of stat to be able to use it, or is like you have to unlock it or something like that.
Those were for the gimmicks that I said were a little bit more advanced. So the Gatekeeper, Giant, Iconoclast, Time Bomb, Prodigal. So that's why they recommend not using those at first, because they do have a little bit more rules and their own movesets around them.
Okay, cool. Then
So
I will not worry about them.
if you're one of those, then yes, you would use those, but we don't have any of those folks here in this. We avoided selecting any of those gimmicks.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then you also have your special moves that you selected when you made your character, where you got to pick 2 or pick 1, and you also have your finishing move that you get to do, and that's when you're booked. So that's when I book you to win. But again, we could do a swerve. Someone could spend momentum and say, no, I want to win this match. This is not happening. Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeremy is
so
such
excited.
a hateable person. Oh my goodness, the chat. Who would
Thank
say
you.
such a thing?
But no, you know what? It's what I'm here for. I'm here for your hate. I just devour it. It's delicious. It's like shrimp and grits. It's just the best possible way to start your days, with a bowl full of hate. Better than Folgers.
I never had shrimp in my whole life. I lived off cardboard and the plastic wrappers from cheese. And yet you and I are here in the same place. You were gifted everything, and all you did was get to the same place I did. What's
Now,
that
you
say
understand-
about you, Graves?
I want
I
to
know.
know what's currently scheduled, what's booked for matches tonight.
Ooh,
So
yes,
tonight-
please.
Because I have actions I can do before we get to the ring
So-
with management.
Well, okay, let's sit down with management behind the scenes. I'm going to go over the show tonight. So tonight we're going to start with an opening promo, a pre-tape promo, featuring the fabulous Fanny and Senator Graves discussing their thoughts on the matches tonight and how they think things are going to go. From that, we're going to go into our first match. The first match tonight is going to be between Blue Rose and Senator Graves. It's going to be a no DQ Falls Count Anywhere match. From there, we're going to interview Blue Rose. We're going to go into the final match, which will be a hardcore match where the winner from the first match tonight will face off against Punkmaster Plex.
Ooh.
Nice.
That is what I have booked for us tonight.
Amazing.
So,
I was wondering, does Blue Rose have any special signature moves or anything that Fantastic Fanny would know from managing her before?
Yes. Their finishing move is the Thorn Prison.
yes.
A ace. No, you can't escape it. It's just the ultimate submission move, kind of like what was it called? Is
Like
it,
the octopus, what's it called again? Like, what was the one that AJ Lee did?
There was like the Jericho one as well. I can't
The Walls
remember.
of
The Walls of
Walls
Jericho,
of
or
Jericho.
the Lion Tamer.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
Lion Tamer. No, that's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really, it's the only submission that physically hurts for real, even if you wear clothes.
That's exactly what it
hurts.
is. And that's why it's the Thorn Prison. It hurts the whole time you're in there. It's a pain.
All right, I like it.
And I am not
Yeah.
revealing at this time the winner of that final match. So we know who is set to win the first one. But did I tell you who's supposed to win?
No.
Blue Rose.
We'll
We'll see.
Nah,
says
nah,
Blue
nah,
Rose.
nah, 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 nah.
Blue Rose themselves.
Blue
says we'll
Rose,
see.
Blue Rose got this. Well, let's
I
see.
have a feeling that Dirty Heel is going to
You know,
wants to
it's
face Punkmaster Plex. in the-
Not on my watch, not my charge. No.
who know. Blue Rose knows how things works on the other side of the ring. She's always up against the odds, and she'll still win.
So Punkmaster Plex, you were going to be at the announcing table with me for the first match.
Ooh.
Am I gonna be there too?
Yes, you can be, but that doesn't mean that you can't get up, right, and get involved
Yeah, no,
in the
no.
match.
Oh,
you
of
can always
course.
throw your headset down and like, "Where's Fanny
Yes!
going? What's going on? Somebody get the referee's attention!"
Yes.
Yeah, that's,
Right?
I picture this as like a lot of bickering with Punk over like the commentary and like.
Over the price of cheese in grocery stores across America.
Good Lord,
You
Punk.
need to do
There's
something
food inside
about
of that cardboard. Just open the box.
He
do you
needs his
mean?
fiber, okay?
All right.
He didn't get enough of it.
Oh, to pass out all of the foil that he eats.
Yes.
All right, so we got the matches booked. We've got the night set up. We've got everything laid out. We'll do an interview with the Blue Rose after the match because Blue Rose is set to win. So we want to hear from Blue Rose after the win of this match. And then we're going to go into our final match, the hardcore match. We'll do an interview with Punkmaster Plex before the match. After you've made your way to the ring, we're going to give you the mic, and you can talk to the crowd. You can address them before you
Ooh.
face your opponent. How about that?
Matt, how do you calculate like your starting momentum?
Ah, good question. Starting momentum is calculated by taking your audience. Audience is listed and determined on your character sheet. It'll tell you how much audience you start with. If you have one audience, you start with 1 momentum. If you have 2 audience, you start with 1 momentum. If you have 3 audience, you start with 2 momentum. If you have 4 audience, you start with 2 momentum. There's a table. So
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
that's your starting momentum.
I have one quick question.
Yes.
And did you say that the match of Blue Rose and Senator Graves is a no DQ
No
match?
DQ, falls count anywhere.
Can I change my rules? What rules to something else?
Oh yeah, are you using
Because
one of
there's
your-
no rules. There's no rules for me to break if I'm in a DQ
No,
match.
there are.
Oh, are there other rules?
Some rules.
Oh, okay. If there's some rules, then I'm good. I will keep as is.
This
I
isn't
will keep
hardcore.
as
Because
is.
This
it's
isn't
not
a hardcore match.
no rules bar.
Oh,
or like,
okay.
It's,
Then I'll keep
it's
it.
a step below. Yeah.
Cool. So like no weapons, but
So-
you know, there's gotta be a weapon.
So if somebody like ran in, maybe you wouldn't get disqualified, but
Who would
Yeah,
do something
that's where
like
the no
that?
DQ is for.
Yeah.
falls count anywhere. You could pin each other out in the crowd if you want, out in the parking
Ooh.
lot, on the roof. Falls count anywhere. This match is scheduled for 1 fall. All right. Should we get into this? Should we play some Worldwide Wrestling with Tuesday Night Tussle?
Tuesday
Yes.
night.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Here on the Garblag Network. Joining us for Tuesday Night Tussle, GCWF, the Garblag Championship Wrestling Federation, the inaugural episode. I am the management, Matt Jowett, and joining me tonight at the announcing table will be a cavalcade of interesting characters. Tonight we're going to start things off with an opening promo that we did earlier today. We sat down and spoke with Senator Graves and Fantastic Fanny and got their thoughts about the match coming up later tonight. Cut to the promo.
Sorry.
All right, G-Man, you know what to do. Keep yourself out of that prison.
I'm a man who is too big to fail. He couldn't even wrap his arms around this glorious majesty. He can try and I will simply break him like the little cracker he is.
Blue Rose, we're gonna pluck your petals one by one.
You can try, but remember, a rose has its thorns, and I'm gonna draw blood.
Oh my god, Blue Rose has just walked into the interview. Please, save it for the ring.
Okay, sorry, but
And I get between the two of them.
it's like
Settle
you
this
know,
in the ring, you two.
Oh, you know one day I'll get you in the ring, management.
Hey,
I'll get
hey,
you.
whoa.
But we'll save that for later.
Isn't it just like the youth these days? Always trying to take a shortcut, not willing to do the work. The work is in front of you, and the work is going to be hard.
Thank you.
Rock
Thank you.
hard.
Thank you, Senator. How do you see this match going for yourself tonight?
And now I understand that people have expectations. Blue Rose has moved himself down to the glorious state of Tennessee, as is understandable. However, he is a false American. He is not the real deal. He likes to call himself a hero, but he is nothing but a lazy.
I got the birth certificate. It says Newfoundland.
I'll just hold up a piece of paper.
Fanny, there was a sword pass between you and Blue Rose. How do you think that'll come into play tonight in this match?
We'll put the hurt everywhere, all around the arena. Blue Rose will snap you in half.
Any last words, Senator, for your opponent?
Do you prefer a proper burial where your mother can see your face, or it is okay to just allow you to be cremated when this is all done? Or do you even have a mother, or did she abandon you much like the Punk Masters?
I'll send your ashes in a box to Newfoundland. That's what we'll do.
Yes. And cut promo, and we go to the entrance. We hear your music. Cue up. What does your entrance look like? Do we have pyrotechnics? Do you enter through the crowd? What happens? Is there a big screen? What does it display? What? Describe the entrance to us, please.
Is this for? I'm sorry. Was this?
This is for you. This is your music center grades. You're up first. I apologize.
Oh yeah. So the music is like bombastic and loud, and of course there's fireworks, and of course they're the type that they come up, and the first wave is red, the second wave is white, and the third wave is blue, and then up on the background you see what looks like some really cheesy old 80s canon Chuck Norris type film footage of American values under fire, but all this imagery of like Fantastic Fanny and Senator Graves walking forward to raise the people up out of despair.
And tonight, Fantastic Fanny is debuting a new accessory for a new charge. She's Captain Fantastic Fanny tonight. Yes!
Coming to the ring, Senator Graves, hailing from Savannah, Georgia, weighing 300 pounds of pure muscle, and accompanied by Captain
Fanny.
Captain Fanny
Fanny.
from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The crowd is booing, boo, boo, as the two of you are making your way down the aisle towards the ring with a red, white, and blue pyrotechnics going off. Hail to the chief. Playing. I don't know. No, your music's playing. What do you do as you get into the ring? Do you do any kind of flourish? Do you think fancy as you hop up into the ring?
Well, of course, naturally, I carry the flag with me to the ring. That's to be expected. And I see somebody who has just this abomination of a sign. It is the flag turned upside down with an anarchy sign upon it. And I walk over to that disgraceful little bastard, and I take his sign, and I rip it, and I throw it in his mother's face.
Yes. Okay. Hey, Punkmaster Plex, you're at the table with me right now. Punkmaster Plex, what do you make of this display? This is despicable.
It's just another day in the life of Senator Graves, failing his constituents, taking out his grown man baby rage on the people that come to see him. You see what he did to that poor young man with excellent taste in flags? He went in and just ripped it apart like it was nothing, like it was the money that he should be giving to all the hard-working blue-collar families out there, just tearing it up, burning it like the man he is.
Well said, Plex, well said. It was deplorable. That young man's gonna be scarred for life.
May I interject one little thing?
Yes.
I kept one little piece of that cardboard and I tossed it in front of Punkmaster. Eat up, I'm sure you're famished, and that's your mama's speciality, isn't it?
Oh, boo! Boo!
Must be nice. You were born into this world on a golden throne. My mother dropped me in a dumpster behind a Wendy's when I was 13 years old. And here we are at the same ring.
If I was your mother, I'd throw you in a worse dumpster.
If you were my mother, I would throw myself in a dumpster.
Oh, don't you say such words to this fantastic young woman. Wild.
Why, you ought to what? Why don't you run along? Fight your little fight. Too much of a coward to face the punk master.
And with that, all of a sudden, we hear the entrance music for the Blue Rose. Except I don't hear it playing.
Oh, it's playing.
Is it? I don't hear it.
I hear something playing. I think this is the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's playing.
It's weird. Oh, there we go.
You don't hear it?
It took a little while on my end. All of a sudden, boom! The tension gets cut with Blue Rose's entrance music. Blue Rose, what does your entrance look like?
Well, exactly as you said, everything gets cut, everything goes black, and then the big screen at the entranceway just brightens the whole room blue as a blue rose shows up on the screen.
Yes.
And then blue fireworks shoot out through like the entrance, and we see Blue Rose coming out and holding a bunch of blue roses as she throws them out to the crowd, and when she's all out of those, she just points to Senator Graves and starts running
Yes.
down, and while doing that, the fireworks, go
Fireworks go
up
up.
the walkway.
I'm gonna say blue rose petals start to rain
Yes.
down from the rafters.
And Blue Rose is dressed in like a blue tank top, has a white like bomber jacket and like blue shorts, and just the coolest boots ever, like laced up all the way up to the knees. And she's running, and as she gets to the ring, she just slides under the ropes and jumps up, puts her hands in her pockets, pulls out a bunch of blue rose petals, and just throws them in Senator Graves' face, throws them at Captain Fanny's face, and then takes her jacket off. It has a blue rose emblem on the back, and she tosses it over to Punk Master Pex to hold on to. And she's like, Punk Master, after I win this, we're gonna have a proper fight, and we're gonna show everybody what a real show is supposed to look like. As this show tonight is gonna just be a beatdown.
Wow.
That's a proper anarcho-socialist right there, distributing blue rose petals to everybody. If that was Senator Graves, he'd keep all the rose petals for himself.
All right. Let's get to the action of the ring. Captain Fanny will be joining us with you two. Keep it above the belt. I don't want the two of you getting into it. You may be facing off later tonight. So, here, I'll sit between the two of you. And I get up and I sit between Punk Master Pex, and I hand a headset to Captain Fanny.
I'm still fantastic, but I've got the grade of captain from the G-Man.
Just maintaining the military-industrial complex's hold on the government with your captain and your military and your tanks.
All right, that's enough, you two. Let's get to the action in a
bombs.
squared circle.
Okay, Tim.
Match is scheduled for one fall.
One fall. No disqualifications. Falls count anywhere. Ding, 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 ding.
You hear that? I'm gonna take you out of this ring and put you in the trash where you belong, Senator Graves.
Well, then you know what? Little lady, I'll just put my arms out. Let's see what you can do. Ladies first, after all.
All right, you got control, Blue Rose. What do you want to do? How do you want to start this off? You can do a move sequence, like the wrestle move, or you can do one of your moves you selected, or a basic move.
Ooh.
How do you want to start this match off? The inaugural GCWF. match.
Okay. I'm playing off big. I'm going rules. What rules? As Blue Rose says, "Oh, how kind. If you're going to let me do, if you're just going to wait there, then I hope you don't mind waiting just a few moments." And she slips out of the ring and starts digging for something underneath the ring itself. And I'll roll my rules. What rules?
What is going on? What is Blue Rose doing? This is no way to start a match.
The hell is wrong with this damn millennial?
And I have a +1 because of looks, so let's see how this goes.
All right, so
No
we're 2d6
whammies.
plus 1.
Oh,
2d6 plus 1.
balls.
You got
Got a 5.
That's a botch. All right, so Punkmaster Pex and Captain Fantastic Fanny do have the ability to put you over if they want. They can help bump you up to success. Or
I'll put her over. I taught her well. Those are, I gotta hand it to her. Yep.
And she pulls out a kendo stick.
what? Ref, take a look at this. This is not part of the match. We gotta end this right here, right now. Somebody.
She comes
Nothing
back
that the G-Man can't handle.
and she holds it with a good two-handed proper grip, and she just looks at Senator Graves, does a good old, tests it right against his chest. He's like, I'm like, you ready? You ready for this? I'm gonna break it.
That's an adorable toy you've got there, little girl. Let's see you actually do something.
This is deplorable.
Okay.
This is not
Okay,
wrestling.
you asked
This is
for
a
it.
mockery.
And
These
she
colors
just
don't
goes
run.
and just tries to crack it against their chest. What do I need to do for that? Anything?
Uh,
What do I need-
It is deplorable that in this new promotion, it will be forever known that the first combatant did was pull a kendo stick.
defiled the name of GCWF. Can you believe it?
Do I need to roll 2d6?
What do you? Well, no, you don't really roll damage. You can just kind of describe what you want to do.
Oh,
so
great.
describe a sequence. So the sequences there says showcase
Yeah.
your physical strength, acrobatic skill, or signature move is roll plus body. You showcase your technique, create or subvert the audience expects to happen next. Roll plus work. If you
Here
work
we go.
with your opponent to showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver that requires both of you to achieve it, roll plus heat. So you just kind of describe
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do, how you want this to
So-
play out, and then we'll make it fall
Yeah.
into one of these.
So in that case, Blue Rose takes it, and after measuring out the strike, just cracks it against his chest, breaking it off in half. The one half flies off into the crowd. Some kid grabs it and is happy about it.
my God, we're gonna
Awesome.
get sued over this.
And then Blue Rose just
Projectiles going into the audience.
after doing it, she thinks that she did a momentous damage to her foe and is already looking to the crowd, and it's just like shows the broken stick and it's like, yeah, and puts it right over to, and now I'll give it to Senator Graves, who I expect just is perfectly fine.
And just a massive meaty paw reaches over down upon the top of your head. Are you done, little girl?
So
Or are you ready to wrestle?
why don't we do a sequence here? So we'll
Yeah.
roll plus. What are you thinking? Are you doing heat or
A
body or work?
headlock, something.
Which one do you which one do you want to do?
I'll go, or would that be Senator? I
No,
mean,
it's
I'll
gonna
go
be you
heat.
because you're running up and you're just smashing the kendo stick
Yeah.
into the senator.
I'll
So
go
this
heat
this
then.
is your wrestling move. So roll plus heat.
Yeah, and I have
Yeah,
currently
I like it. I
3
like it.
against them.
So yeah,
So,
2d6 plus
no-
3.
No whammies. I got an 8.
8. So you keep their attention. Choose whether to hand control of the match to your opponent and gain +1 momentum, or retain control. So you walk over and you just
Yeah.
slap them right in the square in the chest. Is that what happens?
Yeah, that's it. Breaks off, and then that's where I
All right.
do the whole like boating thing, and then I pass it over, taking that extra momentum point.
How is this allowed to happen? We're going to see a lawsuit. There's pieces of wood flying into the crowd. That kid just got hit in the eye. I cannot believe that this is how we are starting off GCWF. Get him out of here. All right. So you've handed over control. So Senator Graves, it's now over to you.
Well, now, little Rose, you've had your fun, and I hate to press the issue, but it's now time to wrestle, and I'll pick her up from behind and do a military press. 1, 2, 3, and just when it looks like the crowd's going to start chanting along with these military presses, I'll just stop and drop her and walk forward so she falls face first onto the mat.
So I think that might be a roll plus work. What do you think? Showcase your technique, create or subvert the audience expectations to what's going
You
to
can
happen
roll
next.
with body on anything, right?
Or maybe it's a show of athletic might
Ah,
to be able
you're
to
going with
do
the athletic
repeated
feat?
military presses.
The athletic feat? Is that what you're looking at, or
Maybe.
whichever? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go with more of like an athletic, like just to show I'm basically just bench pressing this young lady.
Because that basic move, athletic feat, when you demonstrate your extraordinary strength or athletic ability.
That's what I figure would be how I would start the match, at least, is doing something along those lines.
cool. Yeah. So go ahead and roll that.
I will.
Boo. An 8.
Ooh.
So with that,
Fabulous.
it's a cool move. But you show the strain, gain +1 momentum, and pick either you do it, but it hurts. You have to forfeit your next scheduled match while you recover, or someone steps in to cover for you and you pull it off with their help. It's another player wrestler, and they gain +1 momentum.
Nice. I like to pull it off with someone's help. Like I maybe gas myself a little bit because I'm too excited, and I'm kind of a green wrestler.
I'll probably like come and run in because I have more experience. Like, hold this for me.
Yeah.
It's like that whole Ultimate Warrior thing where he's like really amazing for like 2 minutes and
But
then
he's gassed.
yeah.
Look at this superhuman feat of strength, just effortlessly lifting up Blue. What the hell? Where is Captain Fantastic Fanny going?
And I'm just running in the, like sliding under the bottom rope to just grab at Blue Rose's ankles and like try and trip her so Senator Graves will have time to get some gas back.
hurt her.
Not drop her on her neck, on her head.
Yeah. How
Like
much
total
danger
botch.
goes around me.
All right. Perfect.
What do I roll?
You don't roll anything. He's just selected. So you gain 1 momentum.
Oh.
Both you
Oh,
and
cool.
Senator Graves one momentum.
Nice.
Punkmaster, can you believe this? Are there any rules to this match? What the hell is going on here? What is the referee doing?
Rules. It's not surprising to me that some boomer couldn't finish doing the thing that he set his mind to. I hear Senator Graves also needs help
Oh, we don't-
cutting his meat and wiping his ass.
We don't need to bring ageism into this, Punkmaster. Let's keep it
I'll
above the
come
belt,
back
please.
into my seat as if nothing happened. Like, business as usual. Just put back on the headset.
What the hell was that, Captain Fantastic Fanny?
No, I don't know. You tell me. I didn't see anything.
What is wrong with this ref? Are they blind? All right, you retain
Oh, that one
Control.
doesn't make me give up control. Oh, that's nice.
so
It's
you
got-
can keep it going. So Fanny just saved you from snapping their neck. And so I'm going to say Blue Rose, you're laying flat out on the mat. What do you want to do, Senator Graves?
I'm gonna pick her up by the scruff of the neck and I'm gonna whip her over into the corner and slowly, methodically move my way over. In no way because I'm trying to make up for the fact that I'm catching my breath at all.
He's
And as I
gassed
get over
already after one move.
What move? And
Goldberg
he's
bullshit
gassed.
there.
Yeah. All
And
right.
to buy myself just a little bit more time as she gets flung into the corner, I turn to the crowd whose annoying adulation is just interrupting everything, and I say, shh. And I raise my hand up to just do a gigantic, momentous slap
So
into the, just like a giant slap into the chest, to like make a really
okay.
loud
I
pop.
thought you were going for cheap heat there. Okay. Gotcha. You can do cheap heat if you want to.
Oh,
Gain
that's
another
true. I
momentum.
can do cheap. What city are we in?
Yeah.
Oh, where should the inaugural episode of Garblag Championship Wrestling Federation be?
Washington,
Probably in Calgary.
D.C.
Calgary.
Ooh.
All right, we're going to Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
All right. Okay. Just everybody set the poutine down for a moment and pay attention to what's going on. I have somebody to wrestle here.
You obviously know nothing about Calgary. Boo!
And it's basically just buying myself a little bit more time. I'll do some cheap heat. Do I have to give up control after
You
doing
can use
that?
the Hart family. That's always a good
Yeah,
one in
that's just
Calgary.
go after the hearts.
Oh, yeah. Your heart's in the wrong place here. What's wrong with you? Okay,
All right.
yeah.
So, no, you don't give anything up. You just get one free heat. And then you get to do that once per match.
Gotcha.
Or once per session. I'm sorry, once per episode. So you just gain one momentum. And then
Okay.
let's finish your sequence. So go over there. What are you thinking? So is it body, work, heat? Which one are you thinking? Showcase your physical strength, a technique, or are you just working your opponent?
I think at this point, to play off of the fact that I was a little gassed,
Mhm.
I kind of do like a couple of boots to the gut. And then it's mostly just about after like she slumps down after the first couple of boots, just kind of put like the heel of the boot like into the shoulder, but it looks like I'm choking her with my foot. And
Yes.
just holding onto the rope, and it looks
Yeah.
like I'm just putting all 300 pounds. This will make you shut your ignorant mouth.
So what are you thinking? Are you thinking body or heat? Which one are you?
I would go body. Like
Body?
that's
All right.
clearly his shtick.
Roll plus
He's-
body.
He's not a good wrestler. He's just going pure
Now,
brute force.
remember, Blue Rose, at any time you can spend momentum and you could interrupt this. You could like grab that foot and throw him to the ground. And you take control at any moment if you want to. You can stop this.
Okay, but I want to see what goes on
Okay,
with this
all
12.
right. So roll plus You got a 12?
I got
They got-
12.
They got a 12, yeah.
Shit. All right,
I
the
wanna
crowd
see how this
pops
goes.
as you nail the spot, retain control of the match, and gain another momentum.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take another momentum. And then after I've choked the living breath out of this ignorant young lady, I'll say, get on up and let's try this again. Show me some real wrestling. And I'll give her control and I'll take another momentum.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of like leave her like laying on the ground after choking her. Walk back to the center of the ring, arms up. Are you not entertained, Calgary?
Oh, boo! They're throwing popcorn and drinks at you. What do the two of you make of this? This display of unsportsmanship going on in the ring.
Why would you expect sportsmanship from Senator Graves? He doesn't care for the people who like him. Why do you think he would do anything for the people who hate him?
It's just that Calgary doesn't know good wrestling when they see
Oh,
it.
cut it out.
Neither
That's
do
going a bit
you,
far.
Captain.
Did I get like my thing for insulting Calgary?
Oh, are you taking a moment? You want to take Cheap Heat for that?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, Cheap
Oh,
Heat. Yeah,
we can do those too?
Give yourself.
Everybody can do cheap heat once.
Once
Either
per
by
episode.
flame to the
Okay.
crowd.
When you're a
Okay.
heel, yeah.
No,
says-
anybody,
does it?
anybody,
I think
and
Oh,
everybody.
or
everybody.
babyface. Oh,
take,
oh.
cheap
Ah,
I
praise
But you
put
could-
it on
You could say something
whoever
about the
I
local
want,
sports
or-
team, like, yay!
Do you know a local sports team? Come on, Jeremy. How much do you know about me? No.
There's the
Nothing.
Calgary Flames
Spoilers.
thing, right?
Like-
That's why I went straight to poutine. I'm ignorant as hell, which is why I'm playing Senator Graves.
Vince McMahon. All right, I'm now Vince McMahon. You're fired.
So,
All How
dare you
insult Calgary? All right, so you've given over control. Blue Rose, what do you do? And remember that you're in control, so the two of you can end this
Yeah.
at any time. You can go to your finisher. It's up to you. Blue Rose, you're booked to win.
Yeah.
Blue Rose gets up, hands on the ropes, pulls herself up, takes a breather, turns herself around, says to the crowd, "Unlike this man, I am a Canadian, and just like the Calgary Flames, I'm gonna burn this guy down." And she,
You cheap heat.
yeah,
Captain Fanny, correct me if I'm wrong. Did they not give up their citizenship? What was that piece of paper you're waving around before the show?
It says Newfoundland.
Oh,
Yes!
oh, pardon the interruption. Back to the action.
And when the screen cuts back, Blue Rose is on the turnbuckle, standing on it, ready to jump off. And she's just like, "Don't you move over to the way, or this whole stadium will see how much of a coward you are. I'm gonna drop kick you in the chest."
Crowds are
And-
cheering. They go wild. Are you taking Cheap Heat also?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes? Question mark. Okay, give yourself a momentum. That's your once per session. Cheap Heat.
Excellent. I was doing it for the Calgary Flames thing, so yeah.
Yeah, they go wild. As soon as you mention insert local sports team, yeah, he knows.
Perfect.
Or no, they know the Flames. They know who the Flames are. Yes. And some guy's like, what about the Stampeders?
Well, so I'm gonna stomp on his chest just like them too. You single fan.
Single fan. The one person with a sign.
Yeah.
Go Stamps, go. Oh boy.
And
Okay.
can I use my heat on this one, or
Yeah.
to
So
do
what are you
the-
trying to
to
do?
do
What are
the-
you trying to do?
I'm doing a flying drop kick into their chest.
So you want to work with your opponent
Nice.
to showcase an innovative and exciting maneuver. I like it because you do have to rely on Senator Graves to catch you and pull this thing off, make it look good. So roll plus heat. Yeah, I like it.
And we've got 3 heat between us, which ain't bad.
That's gonna be excellent. Let's 9.
9.
Nice.
I'll do the put over.
Oh,
to make
so
that
how do you
full
put
hit.
Punkmaster Pex? What are you gonna say and do to put this over? Because they didn't. You got to convince the crowd and the viewers at home that they pulled this off as intended.
Only a life lived through pain and suffering and not getting what you want every moment of your life could lead to the kind of artistry that Blue Rose has on display here. Just look at the fly, look at the grace in the air, and look at that giant fat tree that's sitting there like a dumb fat cat ready to get slapped. I mix my metaphors, Tim. Back to you.
Punkmaster, I do believe it's all muscle.
Muscle? I don't think so.
300,
I think he
400
paid
pounds
plastic
of pure
surgery.
muscle, Senator Graves.
400 now.
A phenom.
402 as of this morning.
You hear that?
And
You hear that, Punkmaster?
not an ounce of it is developed by himself. He took the pharmaceutical companies and the plastic surgeons, and he used his precious senatorial health insurance to build the body that you see today.
It hurts. Oh, okay.
Back to you, Tim.
All right, so up on the turnbuckle, flies through the air and nails a kick to the face of Senator Graves. Go ahead. The crowd goes insane. They go wild. They're standing up on their feet. They're cheering, Blue Rose, Blue Rose, Blue Rose. Go ahead and give yourself one momentum, and you retain control. What do you want to do now?
What is Senator Graves wearing? Like, what's their wrestling attire? Is it just
pounds of pork belly funding.
It's basically
That's
like
enough
nothing.
on you, Punkmaster.
I would say it's nothing on the upper half, but the lower half has like kind of your striped, like red, like stripes for red, where red, white, and blue would be with some stars, but it's closer to black, white, and red.
Excellent. I would like to do a break the kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe?
Okay. Yes, kayfabe.
And I want to expose I want to, like, after doing the kick, Blue Rose will do like a kick back, essentially landing on her feet while Senator Graves is reeled back. She then just does them dirty and says to everyone, she's like, I'm gonna show you exactly who Senator Graves is. And she just drops down and tries to pants him to reveal that he's not wearing USA underwear.
Oh!
Instead, since we're in Calgary, he has Canadian underwear. It's the only pair he could find. That's what I'm trying to do here.
I was like, where are you going with this, Blue Rose? Okay, I get it. So really, yes, Senator Graves is really a Canadian citizen, and you're going to show up by showing off their briefs. All right.
Oh my god.
Give me a roll plus real, please.
You got it.
Breaking kayfabe. Is Senator?
Ooh,
So
I got
are we making this a truth, Senator Graves? Are you actually from Canada? You're from Gatineau, Quebec. You're from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Oh, actually, I just realized if I spend momentum, I can interrupt, right?
You can interrupt.
So,
Yes.
just as he's about to do that, like,
Yeah.
just Graves is a little slow on the uptake as far as like behind. But there's the last moment where like maybe somewhere in the back of my mind's like, oh damn, I am wearing
About to
hungry
destroy my
underwear.
gimmick.
And yeah, I'll spend the momentum to interrupt. We're like, just as you're about to pants him, you see him like just quietly between the two. He's like, are you trying to make me look bad on TV, little girl? And so I'll
Always.
interrupt.
Time
You
to
look
work
over.
stiff.
You look over at the management, Matt Joe, and he looks furious. Like, what the hell's going on? Cut it out.
And I think as I take control, I'm a little bit upset by this. I think for just a moment, Senator Graves is just so flustered, he goes a bit off work and he decides to work a little bit stiff. And as you're leaning over to try and pants him, he just grabs you by the waist, picks you up, and does a running buckle bomb as he power bombs you, trying to slam your head upon the back of that post.
And since it's no DQ falls count anywhere,
Yes.
Fantastic Fanny's gonna walk to the Spanish table and start cleaning it up and wave at the client.
So is the Spanish commentators. Yeah.
Can I then
I love it.
also spend my momentum to cancel that out?
Oh, awesome. Like,
Yes.
interrupt the interrupt.
Yeah. So how do you?
like
So-
Yes.
so
Yeah, Fanny gets
I'm
up,
picking you up
starts
running
clearing
like
the
I'm
table.
gonna
You're
power
running.
bomb you.
And
And-
Spanish
and-
announce the table.
And as you do the slam, just before it, Blue Rose slips out and is like flips and lands on top of the burned turnbuckle instead, looking down on Senator Graves, and she just stands and she's just like as if she is a gladiator hero being rained on by roses. And then she just jumps and kicks with both, like lands with both of her big old nice boots
Wait, hold
right
up.
onto his shoulders.
I want to do a run-in as you're
Alright.
like
Yes.
doing your pageantry to the crowd.
Yeah.
I was cleaning up the Spanish announce table, so I have access to chairs.
yes! Oh, yes! Okay.
So I'm gonna like fold that chair up and do a run and slide under the bottom rope. And as you're like on the turnbuckle, I'm gonna hit you square in the back with
Yes!
a chair.
Yes. Oh,
Okay, I gotta run my heat.
Yeah, roll
with
plus
Oh,
heat.
and I have 4 heat with Rose now.
2d6
Yep.
plus 4.
What is this thing?
I love it.
This is
So-
really fun.
It's
This
just
is
like
a lot of fun.
WWE the fighting game.
Oh
I
my
love it.
God,
14.
Oh,
Hot
Okay,
angle! You both
so-
gain plus 1 heat with each other, and you pick one from this list.
Okay, pick one
we
from
both
this
get plus
list.
1?
Both of you get gain plus 1 heat with each other. But I get
Oh.
unless so if you're not at max heat, you both.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
We're
so
at
first
max.
one cannot apply.
Because you don't want Senator Graves to lose.
Yeah, distract them from outside the ring and their opponent takes control of the match. This does not change the outcome, but you're booked into a grudge match with them later this episode.
Oh, you and Blue Rose will have to fight.
I love it.
Yes. So I'll have to fight her, I guess.
Yes. All right, I'm making note of this because
That's
this will
gonna be
happen.
really
Blue
good.
Rose versus Fantastic Fanny in the future.
awesome.
All right, so you run in and you smack them right in the back. They fall over off the turnbuckle and right to the feet of Senator Graves. The crowd, boo! Boo!
And
I
I'm gonna
fall-
point at the table. G-Man, I cleaned it up. Put her through.
Can I have fallen back into Senator Graves' arms?
Sure.
So he already has me held.
It's just gonna like, yeah.
Yeah.
To jackknife right through the table.
Yeah, I think that's what in fact, what I'd like to do is I'd like to spend 2 of my momentum to be just a good and proper heel about this. Because I want this to look as devastating and horrible as possible. Because he doesn't just pick you up. He steps up 1. He steps up 2. He steps up 3 buckles.
Mhm.
Up at the very height of his massive frame, lifts you up and throws you down into the table.
I love it.
I do too.
And then so I had to spend 2 momentum to do that.
To do one of the, are you picking from that list of from the heal options?
Yeah, I'm going from heel.
Yeah.
And basically, I want to have this be just such an impactful, horrible move that people are like, oh God, is she dead? That I would choose the option of, well, I guess it's not really cheating to book myself into the win.
Well, you could knock them
I-
out. Well, you
I
could-
just want to ask something, like a
Yeah.
rules question. I took an action for my client. I can trigger loyal.
Oh.
Ooh.
What does that do?
When you take action in your client's best interest, roll plus look. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7-9, pick 1. Overturn a decision made against your client. Gain plus 1 heat with your client. Add a stipulation to your client's upcoming match. On a botch, your temp backfires. Lose -1 heat with your client as creative books them against your will in order to punish them for your meddling.
Okay.
Let's roll this. I have +3 look. Let's go.
9.
9.
So you could spend 1 momentum to bump it up to a 10 if you wanted to.
Ooh.
Yes,
Okay.
I will.
So on a 10, what happens on a 10?
2. overturn a decision made against your client. So can I use that to book them to win?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
You're booked to win now. And I will be adding a stipulation to your upcoming match. To be determined.
Extreme Garblag wrestling. That's what it's turning into. So, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, if Fanny, you look over at the table, and I'm furious, and I can see Blue Rose is in no shape to finish this match. And I just kind of give the nod to Senator Graves, just like, and you see me mouth the words, "Finish it."
Go over.
But I look furious. This is not how things are supposed to go.
Okay, so
Fanny
if
fixed it.
I want to. Do I need to use a momentum to take over? Because I can't. I have 3, so I totally want to. I had the perfect thing in mind too.
okay,
Okay, so with yours, Senator, you wanted to have them appear like they're laying helpless on the floor. Is that correct?
well, initially I was going to try and change the booking, but if Fantastic Fanny already did that,
Yeah.
what I would prefer to do, like on the broader scope, I would want that to be something that raises the heat between us.
Mhm.
Like, we had some cool spots so that people will remember our match and want to see us do more matches. So I'll
Okay.
raise our heat to 4 between the two of us.
Oh, between you and
Nice.
Blue Rose.
Yeah.
Okay.
love
Actually,
it.
set up the future matches.
So the two
Yeah.
the Spanish announcers they're throwing their headsets off, they're getting away as Blue Rose crashes through the table. And Fanny runs in and manipulates the match, and I look over and I say, just finish it. Just furiously. Finish it, Senator.
And I'll spend my momentum. I'll spend a point to take over.
Okay. You're now in control.
And then I'll use my 2 momentum to do a face move of just leaving your opponent speechless as Blue Rose just gets back up.
Look
And
at
it's
this.
just like
Cover over the mic.
brushes the broken table off of her. She's just like, you'll need more than that.
Cover over the mic. I turn to Punkmaster Plex. What the hell's going on? She's not even selling it.
Sometimes instincts take over. When life beats you down as much as they've beaten down Blue Rose, she knows nothing else but getting up in the face of that fascist dictator in front of her.
And she gets back up, gets back into the ring, and she's just like, you've given me ample choices and chances to show my might against yours. But that was a weak throw. Give me your best hit. I'll show you that I can take anything.
So
And-
what are you choosing from your list?
And let's see.
Because you're spending 2 momentum to choose one of the following is, or no, you're a heel also, aren't you? You're both
No,
heels.
I'm face.
You're a babyface. Okay.
Yeah, I'm face. I'm doing the leave your opponent speechless,
Okay.
which I assume just. And then after all saying that, and he's just like, it's like still just in awe. And then after seeing that they're not gonna do anything, I'm like, that's what I thought. And she's gonna run off the rope, bounce off of it, and come for just the good old lariat
Nice.
into the just right into the chest neck, trying to just bulldoze him right over.
Punkmaster, I believe this is the first time I've ever seen Senator Graves speechless.
It's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
All right. So what are we gonna do here? So this is a wrestling move,
Mm-hmm.
right? You left him speechless.
Yeah,
So
I've used up all my momentum.
body work or heat. Showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver. Requires both of you to achieve it. Showcase your technique, create or subvert the audience expectations. Or you do in a physical strength, acrobatic skill, or signature move. Which one of the above?
Ooh,
Because that's going to determine what you use when you roll this.
how about signature move?
Are you trying to finish this?
I mean, sometimes you have more
is
than
this your
one signature
is this your
move.
finisher? Is this your finisher?
Yeah, this
Oh
is the
my.
finisher. This is she comes in off
Ooh.
the ropes, and like hits with like a lariat, drops him, and then just gets down on the ground and just pulls him right into the
All right, so finishing move is just a
To the
straight
thorn
2d6,
prison.
no bonuses or anything.
nice. I'm
so,
down.
what the hell is going on? What does she think she's doing out there? You gonna interrupt it all of a sudden, or you're just gonna take this? What's your finishing move called?
Oh, the finishing move is
It's the
called
Thorn
the
Prison.
Thorn Prison.
The Thorn Prison.
Nice.
Can I interfere again?
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
I figure I don't interrupt because I feel that's fair. If
Oh,
I'm
no!
speechless,
Oh, on a botch!
I got 2.
What is this? What is
Okay.
this, folks? It's, oh my god, it's the Thorn Prison! Blue Rose is setting up.
And I rolled the heat. Okay.
is she able to use one of her banked ones from her
I'm
good
gonna
friend in the chat
use-
earlier?
I'm gonna use
Ooh.
one momentum actually to bump it up.
You're gonna bump it up?
Oh no, I'm gonna use a reroll. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have rerolls. Pat bought
Right.
rerolls.
Oh yeah.
There we
All
go.
right. So what did you do? You did another
So
interrupt?
your client uses your distraction to get the win. They gain
Okay.
+1 momentum.
So you had a botch on the
Yeah.
finisher. Let me go to your finisher here. Ooh, and Fanny's gonna run in and take advantage of that botch. So you're screwed out of the victory by an authority figure booking your opponent to win the match. So we'll say you set up the Thorn Prison, and what?
Yep.
Fanny, what do? Do you run in? Like, how do you interfere? Do you pull leg? Like,
I'm
how do you
gonna go. I'm gonna go like cat fight and just pull it by the hair. That's just like struggling to put it on, and I'll just yank her back.
Seth, I agree. Fanny is
Amazing.
the real MVP here.
I agree.
Yes. The best.
I'm just the muscle-headed oaf that they've come in here under her management.
I
Come
love it.
on. I motion to you like cover, 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Did I have? I think the
Counts-
rerolls went to Evan. I
falls
think,
count
right?
everywhere, right?
Yes, falls count anywhere.
Yeah.
So cover.
Cover. Cover.
I'll do the. I will. I'll just plant a heavy boot on top, and just soak in the booze.
Just 1, 2, 3. And the booze everywhere. The bell goes off. I turn to Punkmaster. What the hell is going on here?
I'm gonna
Well-
turn to Punk and say, "Be prepared, cause the next match I spoke to management and it's first blood."
What? All
Blood's
right.
the only way I like it. As for this one, Tim, a great philosopher once said,
My name's
every
not
rose
Tim."
has its thorn. Every cowboy.
So if he plays on this with the
Something.
ring, he lost.
But anyway,
That's great. That'd be so hilarious if he forgets the stipulation and just does the blading.
That's what I'm counting on.
Oh. All right. So there we go. Your music's playing. The crowd's booing. Blue Rose is laying motionless on the ground. Somebody call
Raising
her.
Graves' hands.
I'm gonna save the reroll for when I'm watching in the seat.
All right. We're gonna be running low on time here. We might not get to Jeff's match here tonight. We'll have to do it another time. Unfortunately, we're having too much fun. All right. Music plays. You leave. The management match out. Hops up into the ring. You're back on your feet, and I shove a mic in your face. Blue Rose, how do you feel about what took place here tonight?
I feel robbed, just like. Well, Punk Master Pax, you understand what I'm saying.
preach, sister.
You better win for me in your next match against Senator Graves. And one thing I can say for sure is that the next match you see me in, it'll be me showing Fantastic Fanny just how a real match should go.
You heard it
To
here.
management, like, what's this about?
You heard it here,
What's this
folks.
about?
You
I'm
heard
gonna
it here.
take you
Blue
down.
Rose and Captain Fantastic Fanny will be facing each other off in a future match.
Yeah.
Is she eating her hat?
You don't need the fiber. Give it to Punkmaster.
I really am thirsty and hungry. I'm seeing things. It would be great.
He was raised on
I've never
discarded
seen a grown
JBCs.
man with jaundice.
Also, you gotta check out the post that Seth did on Twitter. It's beautiful.
It's
oh my
great.
god, I love it so much.
I gotta look at it right now. Now we're breaking kayfabe. We're going to Twitter. Oh, that was beautiful. We're running really low on time, though. I feel bad because I know Vero is on the East Coast, and so is Tyler. And
I mean, I don't mind. I'm fine.
I can like if we can take a 5, I could push.
okay, oh, this is really good too. Yeah, let's do
I can do that.
Let's do a 5-minute break, and we'll come
Yeah.
back for the big event. So stick with us, everybody. We'll be back. This is so much fun. Yeah, let's wrap this up. We're gonna see Punkmaster Pex versus Senator Graves, accompanied by Captain Fantastic Fanny. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Thank you everybody for sticking with us on a short break. We're gonna finish this off. We got one more match left. We got Punkmaster Pex versus Senator Graves in a bit of a swerve because Senator Graves was not booked to win that match, but Captain Fantastic Fanny got involved and made sure that her client was the winner. And we've now
What a
got
surprise.
a hardcore.
The rich get richer.
Oh, hardcore, but first blood rules on this match now. It's dirty there for Punkmaster Pex. All right, so let's cut back to it. We're gonna cut back to so we're gonna go. Let me get set up here. We're gonna start with your intro, your entrance there, Punkmaster, and then we're gonna do. I said we're gonna do a interview in the ring with you. So let's cue your music. Where are you, Punkmaster?
I don't know.
Comes
He's
on.
little.
What are the lights
Walking
do?
out.
Yes.
He's got his jean short cutoffs. He's got his train wagging around, and he's carrying this big old flag, big enough that Senator Graves would be proud. But it's all black, and he just sways it left. He sways it right, and he just headbangs his whole way down, climbing into the stage and planting it right there in the ring, and realizing, well, it actually is not going to stand, so he'll just lean it against the ropes. And then he's going to pull out the blade. He's going to take it to his forehead, and he's going to look right at Fantastic Fanny. And then he's going to throw it out of the ring. And from his other pocket, he draws out her vial of lipstick that he stole from her when they were at the announcing booth together. And he draws the Anarchy A over his forehead.
The crowd, yeah, they're cheering. Oh, Punk, 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 Punk.
Oh no, he's off the government cheese.
he's very lightheaded. He's low on blood loss and he really needs some sugar. Oh goodness.
So the management match out is staying in the ring with the microphone, throws it in your face. Punkmaster, after that despicable display that we just saw, how do you feel going into this match?
I'll tell you how I feel, Tim. What you saw tonight is another case, another sad tale in an old story. Did you see what happened to Blue Rose, a hard-working anarcho-socialist just trying to do right by her constituents? And then what do you have on the other side? 2v1, 3v1. You two, management, you're all working against her. The system itself is broken. The system needs to be broken further, and I'm the one to do it.
Yeah! The crowd's going crazy for you. Oh, well said. But my name's not Tim.
You look like a Tim to me.
All right. Well, I'm going to head back to the announcer's table, and Blue Rose will be joining me for this match, as well as Captain Fantastic Fanny. Keep it clean, you two. With that, we hear the music for Senator Graves kickoff. as the two of them make their way to the ring.
I'm gonna decide. It's like, oh no, I'm not sitting with her, and I'll go stand with my charge on their corner instead.
You see an attendant walk over, give you a chair. Well, now let's keep this civil. Come over here, Fanny, and join us at the table.
She knows that I bite, so she won't.
Hey, save it for the ring. We're gonna see this in the next week. The two of you are gonna face off in the squared circle. But until then, your hands off each other. The fans! Save it for the fans. Alright, so Senator Graves, you come back to the ring. Get your red,
Just
white, and blue.
A slow, methodical pace to the ring, soaking in all the booze, waving them away. Doing this to that child that I ripped up his poster earlier. Waving the flag especially close to him.
Boo! Yeah, it's your American flag. Boo! Boo!
Punkmaster is gonna run out of the ring, and he's gonna carry the black anarchy flag.
Get out of the way. Here you go, boy. Take
Get
it.
some hot flag on flag action.
Now, with that, I'm gonna say you charge over, and with that, all of a sudden, it's on. This match is scheduled for one fall. Hardcore rules and first blood. Who wants to make the first move? You both have flags in your hands. This is hardcore. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna do with those flags?
Hey,
I think
keep
it's
it clean
fair-
here, Rose.
I think it's fair that, Jeff initiated the charge.
Okay.
Could have the control, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as we're just, I'm just going to try to take the flagpole and just sweep it down, and the first step, sort of try to take down the big lumber right off the bat.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
And then I'm going to, because I couldn't plant the flag in the middle of the ring, I'm going to try to plant it right
In the big pork belly of Senator Graves.
And so, yeah, I'm just trying to take you in the gut with this big pole.
All right.
I think this is. I'm trying to see what this might be. This is just a wrestling sequence.
Yeah, it's just a wrestling. I'm
Trip him
thinking
down.
like a body or heat. One of the two.
I'll take heat if you wanna. If Senator Graves.
Yeah.
Senator Graves has to sell it. You gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With this,
It's hot flag on flag action. That's awesome.
All right, roll plus heat.
My heat against him is 2.
Should be 4.
Should be 4, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
No, that's what your heat is against me.
Oh.
So mine against you. You only answered one of my questions, and then +1 for you being heel, so that would be 2. Blue Rose answered 2 of my questions. Fanny answered 1 of mine.
Okay,
So we're
well,
just 2.
was I misunderstood that section earlier, but that's cool.
No, it's all good.
You can gain heat as this goes on. Also.
Okay.
6. That's a botch.
That
I
is a
believe what it's
botch.
called.
You
Botch
can use
the spot.
momentum. You gave 1 for free at the start of the episode.
I'll take the botch. I only have.
You
the
don't
one
have rerolls though?
Jeff's got rerolls.
I'm
also,
sure
yeah.
I do. Yeah. Okay.
Pat's bought you a whole bunch
Yeah.
of rerolls.
9. Okay, so that's partial.
Okay, so you keep their attention, choose whether to hand control the match over your opponent, and gain +1 momentum or retain control of the match. So retain control or gain 1 momentum. Hand
So
roll.
I'll take the pole, and obviously I'm not actually impaling you, but it's more just going to be right into the stomach as hard as I can. And then as you're flailing about, I'll turn to the crowd and I will hand control over to you as I'm trying to get the crowd itself, and especially little boy who you insulted. And I'm gonna come right up to him, and I'm gonna take the lipstick out, and I'm gonna draw a little anarchy right over that little boy's face.
Oh my
love
God! He just impaled Senator Graves. Someone get the paramedics on the line.
I will toss
Let's
aside
take him
that
to a
flag.
medical facility.
We have free healthcare up here.
But there's one thing that Punkmaster doesn't understand. He has called out one of my signature moves. as I will come up from behind, snake my arm around his head, and drop to the ground, doing the pork barrel submission. It's basically a gator roll, but I like to call it the pork barrel roll.
All right.
Like a Mississippi gator, just rolling him around on the ground, trying to soften him up for the kill.
So what is that?
Right before he falls down, he reaches the flag out to the boy. Hold it strong! As he gets taken down.
I love
And the boy takes the flag.
Is it a Canadian flag?
No, it's
it
just a black
Oh,
anarchy flag.
Right,
That's all it is.
Oh yeah, and he's like, he gasps and yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so make me a roll. I'm gonna say, technique or physical strength.
I would go with strength because I'm just trying to like muscle him around,
Yep.
like flip his body around like a gator flipping around.
Roll plus body.
I will.
Ooh, was that a botch?
I'll use one of my rerolls. Just let's get all those rerolls out of the way. There we go.
10. There we go. Crowd pops as you put him in the gator roll. Now, what is it? The pork bellow?
It's the pork barrel.
The pork. Oh my God! It's the pork bellow, and he's gonna drop it right on the concrete. Retain control and gain 1 momentum.
Can
Excellent.
I interfere to like do a run-in to slip Graves a blade?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Get
Uh,
color.
That's
All
so
right.
dirty.
What do I need to roll?
It is a
or-
roll plus heat with the
Does
wrestler
heat
you're
up?
coming after. Oh, but you're going over to your. Do you have an interference ability as manager?
I think yes, I do. Hold on a second. Meal ticket. When you interfere on your client's behalf, no, it's after I've successfully interfered, I think. I guess it's against Punk because I'm giving the blade to Graves so they can win the match.
Okay. When you get up,
I have 2 with either, so it's.
and you start to leave the table, I turn to you and I look at you and I go, "This is Punk Master's match to win." I tell you as I cover up the mic.
I sit back down.
Oh, Vanny sits back down. All right, then you drop Punk Master, bam, onto the concrete.
All right, excellent. And I got to retain control too.
Yes.
Fanny knows who's actually buttering her bread for real.
Nice.
Wait, you get bread? What?
All right. So the two of you are, I'm gonna say, you're fighting like in the aisleway, right? Like leading
Yeah.
from the back
Yeah.
to the front. So you're just
Yeah.
fighting the entrance.
So I think we're brawling a little bit, and then at some point I'll give him like a good elbow to the forehead where he's just a little bit dazed. And looking up, there's that spot above like one of the entranceways. You just see him do a pull-up. You're obviously flexing for the fans, so that we'll let them boo and jeer, but he'll stand high up above, his massive frame looking like it's a full 15 feet above, and then just come leaping down in a crossed body.
And I'll go ahead and interrupt at that point. I'll
Yes.
spend a momentum
Yeah.
to interrupt at that point, and I will I will roll underneath you. So you just kind of
Yeah.
fall down, and then I don't know wrestling moves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leap on your back like a spider monkey. I believe that's the technical term.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes.
I will get on your back.
Just like the weight that you say I've been putting on you, just like how my mother says I was a burden. Now I'm your burden to shoulder.
And I'm just going to try to like literally bite into his neck. Just kind
Oh
of tear
my.
away
Oh.
at his neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you trying to draw blood?
Yeah, of course. I'm hardcore, man.
I love it.
What I do?
I'm hardcore, man. Are you working
What I do?
stiff? Let me ask you that. Working real
I am
stiff,
I am going to work stiff.
because then you can cause an injury.
Yeah. So I do want to work stiff as I try to gnaw away at his giant jowls around his matte jowslet. If you
Those
would,
are
if you would.
jowls of pure muscle he's biting into, folks.
Oh, you little bastard! I didn't.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to get
See that?
dewormed.
Now that
Okay.
is a bite. Oh, a crime right there if I've ever saw it.
I'm gonna cover the mic and turn to management. It's like, what sort of promotion are you running here?
We're gonna have a
Alright.
meeting
We're gonna have
after
an
this.
incident.
After tonight's show, we're all having a meeting.
All right.
I'm really hungry. You should have done more with food stamps, you son of a bitch.
You want to see a food stamp? A food stamp, huh? I'd like to spend momentum and take control myself.
All right.
As you're
Jeremy just
gnawing on my shoulder,
Yeah.
he'll just stand up with your whole body weight just hanging like a sack of potatoes.
Mhm.
Pull you up and over with nothing but raw strength so that your head is right down the concrete below. I'll stamp your head into the concrete.
Oh,
And I'll try and do him dirty. I'm gonna try and actually smash his head into the
So
concrete.
you're working stiff now.
I'm
Oh, this
working
is-
stiff now.
This has turned into a shoot. This is no. Oh wow.
You worked yourselves into a shoot, boys.
So as your curb stomp starts coming down, I will then spend a moment to interrupt this, and I will just
Turn and just reach up and grab your giant meaty foot, and I'll just push with the rage of 1,000 anarchists.
and I'm gonna try to throw you into the crowd.
Okay. So the
I love
shoot
it.
the shoot is ended. So anybody at home who doesn't know, a shoot is when a wrestling match turns into a real fight. And-
Yeah.
So you're ending the shoot. Okay.
I'm
wondering if-
trying to throw him onto the flagpole that the
Oh!
kid is holding,
Yes.
ready and waiting.
Oh,
Like
that's
skewer
awesome.
him.
Yeah,
You're still
absolutely.
stiff.
So yeah.
I am totally. working.
So you're working stiff still? Oh wow.
I'm
okay, do it.
hardcore,
All right,
man.
roll plus skill.
Okay.
Senator, are
All
you
right.
interrupting
Fucking
this?
No, I'm gonna interrupt it again.
So during all the chaos, no one notices that Blue Rose slips away as I use what rules to get into the crowd to try to get so I could like get us just a good old back attack on Senator
awesome.
Graves. Yeah. If I can.
Yeah.
It
I'm
would
just,
count as an interference. But
it
yes,
is
I think
interference
you
because
can.
so that's when you're. I'm just reading what rules. That's when you're in a
Oh.
match. You turn.
I
it to your
gotcha.
advantage. Yeah. So this
But
would
you
be a
can,
run
you
in.
can run interference if you want.
Yep.
True.
Okay.
Interrupt the match. Roll plus heat.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I got all kinds of heat now.
So
I got
we-
like a 4 heat.
Who are you going after? Senator Graves.
Yeah, of course.
So Senator Graves is being thrown onto the flagpole, and you want to help, or do you want to stop?
Well, like I was just about to take him out. So like
Yeah.
around
Oh,
the time I'm being
yeah.
thrown onto the flag,
Okay.
I just like it's hard to like people may debate later on whether it was an accident or on purpose, but Senator Graves' elbow just catches the kid on the face.
Yes.
This poor
And then he
That
child.
does
just
it
breaks
for
the
Blue
flag
Rose.
over his knee.
All right, Blue
Oh
Rose,
my.
make me a roll plus heat on Senator Graves as you run.
14.
Oh my god.
Holy crap!
It's a hot angle. You both gain heat with each other, and you get to pick one from the list under 7 through 9.
Well, and our heat's already at 4, so we
So
can
it's
Yeah.
maxed out.
go- It's max.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I've just busted. I'm like the first person to bleed is the kid.
Yeah.
Let's see, you. I could shove the. Oh my gosh.
You elbowed a kid.
So
That's
let's
wrong,
see.
Jeremy.
Oh
I know.
my, that's hilarious. This is the run-in one. The list from that.
Running, yeah. So under 7 through 9, you get to choose one of those.
This books them. Oh, okay.
So that means books them as the winner. That means if you run in though,
Yeah.
that means Punkmaster Pex gets disqualified, and all of a sudden Senator Graves will win if you take that one.
And then there's the distract them. So I could. Okay.
Distract Grave is probably your best option.
Yeah. That's what I'll do. So Blue Rose.
Like, probably
Like,
the best way would be to try and attack Fanny or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, to distract
I
Senator
think you-
Graves.
Yeah, I think if you
Yeah.
attacked Fanny, it would totally. I think that's fair. It'd
Yeah,
be
the
like
two of
the
you are at the
enraged
table
piece sort of
next to
thing.
me.
So in this case, Blue Rose jumps up on the table and says, "Senator Graves." So that he looks over, and then Blue Rose just looks at Fantastic Fanny and just kicks him.
In the face?
Yeah.
Ladies, keep it civil here.
I have to resist my first instinct,
Good
which is
God.
to take the top of the flagpole and throw it like
No,
a javelin.
I'm gonna sell it bad. Like, I'm gonna like throw myself into like the barricade. Like, I'm gonna sell
Yes.
hard for it.
Yeah, like the Vince McMahon thing when he's like, it goes, yeah,
Just laying on the floor now.
feet fully up.
Somebody get a paramedic. Fanny is paralyzed on the floor.
No,
And next thing you know, is a flag flying through the air towards us.
I think actually Senator Graves will just run towards her,
Okay.
completely distracted.
Yes. And I'm like, that's right.
All right, so
Fanny,
you're charging the announcing
no.
table where Fanny is currently laid out. Blue Rose
On
is
the
there.
floor, yeah.
You foul, soulless abomination! I will drag you back down into the depths you were created, and I will rip everything apart within you. Completely
Try
oblivious
if
to whatever
you can.
Punkmaster is doing behind.
Yeah, Punkmaster Pax, what do you want to do?
So Punkmaster is gonna take advantage of the this distraction. He's gonna pick up the boy that Senator Graves just elbowed across the face. I'm gonna hold him up.
Do you see, Calgary? Do you great Calgarians? What this brutal, horrible politician will do? He takes your children. He takes your flag. He takes it all.
And so I'm just trying to get some cute
Oh.
as I'm holding this kid up, flailing him around.
Look at him. Look at the face of oppression.
So are you working in
Look.
the audience?
I was trying to do cheap
Oh,
heat,
cheap heat. Yeah,
and
take
I'm
a cheap heat
praising
then.
the audience,
Yeah, take a
for
cheap
how
heat.
wonderful these Calgarians are.
Yeah, Calgary. He knows where we live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I dropped the kid. Oh, crap. Oh,
Okay, so
Okay.
give yourself one momentum.
Okay.
And what do you want to do now?
Okay, and so, okay,
Because by the run-in, you were given control, so you are.
okay. All right, so, I'm in control then. All right. I think what I'll do is I will with the, can we say that there's someone in there that's got like a Canadian flag? Like in the audience?
Oh
it's
yeah,
just-
there's many of
yeah.
them.
Okay, I'm gonna take the kid, and I'm gonna take the flag, and I'm gonna bring him into the center of the ring, where Graves and I haven't got to yet, and I'm just gonna start chanting.
Oh, Canada. That's all the words I know.
The crowd starts singing the national anthem.
As I'm gonna work the audience now.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
Roll plus audience.
okay.
Oh, it's a botch.
I have a reroll. I have a reroll.
You don't know. You literally say, "I don't know the words."
I don't know the word.
I got the first two.
Okay, I got it. I got an 8. That's
They
better.
play along, gain one momentum. They all start singing the national anthem with you. Hard, true, love, strong, and free.
What's your name, kid? Is it Tim? Good. This is Tim. Yeah. Yeah.
It's Steve.
Together, we're gonna bring down Grays. We're gonna bring down the system.
Okay. All right. He's just like, yeah. He's waving the flag. Oh, Canada. All right. And then he's ushered out of the ring by an attendant quickly.
Okay. Okay. And what is Graves doing at this time?
I I think at this point, like he spent the last bit of time, like I think he's honestly dumb enough to believe Fanny's cell.
Mhm.
Like he's actually doing like the officer, like the like picking her up and carrying her sort of thing.
So
wow.
who's got control now?
I'm gonna say you still have control. Graves is
control.
attending to Fantastic Fanny. He's
Okay.
completely distracted.
While he's doing that, and this is even better if Fantastic Fanny is in his arms, Officer and Gentleman style, with his back turned, I'm gonna climb up onto the ropes and then onto the post. And I'm just going to continue singing "Oh Canada" while everyone's doing the words. I'm just singing "Oh Canada" over and over again. I've got the flag in my hand, and I'm just going to leap down and try to take both of them out at the same time.
I love it.
I love it.
That's
That's awesome.
It's gonna pop. So I'm gonna say, ooh,
Can get an injury to Fanny. She can have an out with her match with Rose, like all everything.
That's awesome.
Silver lining.
I'm gonna say this is
I
a
will-
roll plus work.
Okay, I will gladly try to physically hurt him too. I
Oh,
have
you're
no
working
problem
stiff. Never
continuing
mind.
to
Roll plus
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, because I'm busy
He's stiffing
holding her,
us.
so I can't defend myself.
Oh, this is
Exactly.
so shoot. I love it. This is a real fight.
If I could take them both out, that'd be great.
But the crowd has no
Uh,
idea because they are just so patriotic right now. You have them eating out of the palm of your hands. And you're gonna skewer him with the flag?
Yeah, I'm gonna look to see if I can find Blue Rose.
She's
Blue
on
Rose,
the
where are
table.
you?
She's on the
Yeah.
announcer table after kicking Fanny. She's still
Okay.
standing on top.
And I'm just gonna kind of before I leap, I'm just gonna look at her and like
Together this one time.
as I'm basically begging you right now to like
let's go home.
put over and get me to like the 10 as I go flailing through.
All right.
Is
And
what
Pat
I'm
has
kinda
bought
looking
you 2 rerolls, and I think you have even more from Pat.
Nice. I want to be impaled with a flag. That sounds like an amazing end.
for. And it's not even a big one anymore. It's just one of those small little like Canadian hand flags.
You just have to
Sticks
draw
out of your
blood, you
shoulder.
know?
I can roll again.
7. So 7 with working real stiff. You get to choose from a list. It hurts, pick one. So you can choose you injure your opponent. The match is booked to end in a no contest. Your opponent loses 1 audience.
How about I use my is it put over to give them the bump up?
All he only needs the 1 success though, because you can just choose
Oh.
the first option of you injure your opponent. So you just drive this thing down into Senator Graves.
But if you do it, then it says I can pick 2 from the list. So could I
Yeah.
injure both of them?
All right.
Yes, please.
So Blue Rose is gonna put your
I
Blue
want my
Rose
neck
one-
brace.
Blue
Like,
Rose.
oh no, I can't
Yeah.
wrestle Blue Rose. I have a neck brace.
Yes,
I love it.
So Blue Rose,
Yeah.
you're putting Punkmaster Pex over. Is that what you're doing here? Yes.
Yeah, I'm
So
like,
what
look
are you
at
saying?
this
What are you saying on the mic?
ultimate- I'm like, look at this amazing technique. This is how you get first blood. This is the wrestling everyone here is hoping to see when they come to watch us wrestle. Now do it, Punkmaster Pex.
So
Do it.
He flies
Freedom!
as he comes flying through the air and just takes this tiny little Canadian flag and stabs it into your shoulder. It just rips it out, blood flying, taking both of you down. But then I'll go ahead and I will like hold up Captain Fanny and I'll be like, and I'll
Would you like to do the honors, Rose?
This match is over. It's over. No more bloodshed. We're calling it here. Senator Graves
We
is
don't
bleeding
care about your
everywhere.
rules, Tim. We don't care about your rules.
Somebody get the official.
Blue Rose grabs her own chair and just hits the management over the head,
Oh!
knocking him out, and then just runs over to Punkmaster Pex and says, "Yeah!" And they just
And they stand tall on opposing turnbuckles.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Canada!
That's all the words
Native
he knows.
flag.
With that, the credits quickly scroll over the TV and they cut away. That is the first episode of GCWF.
I'm so happy.
EC dub. EC dub.
Dear diary, today I got stabbed with a flag.
The Canadian flag.
You punched a kid. That was
And I punched a kid.
I love how you're
Elbow.
like, investigations later might question the motivation behind it. Oh my god.
That was a lot of fun, and I want to do this again sometime.
Yes.
I think we need to. We have some matches booked. We've got some injuries.
Yep.
I think we need to do this again sometime.
You know I'm always available.
Just gotta find myself an egg rice and I'm good.
Oh yes.
I need to thank the players for just buying into this and just doing such a fantastic job. This was amazing. Thank you to the audience for being so involved in this as well. Everybody's buying rolls. People are shouting things out. We've got Seth on Twitter putting our alter egos together.
God, that photo. That's so good. That picture's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I think the original plan was we maybe do a one shot a month, like a pay-per-view. We'll come back with a Halloween themed one maybe next month, and we'll just kind of keep doing this if people are interested. But this was a lot of fun. This was
Yes, it was.
really, really good. I'll throw it in the general chat on Garblag. Beowulf. I put it in the private North American chat, but I'll throw it in there for everybody else. Yes, I need to thank you all. I don't want to keep anybody too long, so we won't do the round tables and all that because I know it is late.
I'm just gonna go play Aliens Fire Team after this. So
Same.
When we have Traveler on Friday with Garblag UK.
ooh,
Find out what's in the box and how drunk the Marquess is.
Jeff's character?
No, mine. I'm the
Oh.
Marquess.
Nice.
I'm drinking Bloody Caesars.
Nice.
Excellent
Yes, keep it
choice.
Canadian.
Excellent choice.
I love Caesars. Yes, thank you everybody. We'll do this again. We'll do this again, and we'll post on Twitter. And oh, you know what? If you want to stay in the loop, if you're new here and you want to watch us, we do it again next month. There's a link to the Garblag Games Discord. Come join us on there, and we'll announce when we do this again. And you can see Traveler, Vampire, Warhammer, all the other great games. Jeff's gonna be running some Delta Green here on the channels in 2 weeks. So yeah, lots of great stuff. Join us over on the Discord to keep totally informed on everything that's going on here on Garblag Games. Thank you again to the players. Thank you to the audience. I had a hell of a good time. This was good. We're doing it again. Have a good night, everybody.
good night.
Ain't
Nice.